Hi Booktube, it's Janet, and today I've got a really exciting announcement, and this is all to do with my plans for 2017 and the books I'm going to be reading. You know that I do quite a lot of buddy reads with Elena from Elena Reads Books, and we were chatting about hauls and books and absolutely loving the books that we read, but just the fact that our TBR pile seems to grow so big. And I have to say that most of the books on these shelves behind me and scattered all over the room that you can't see are TBR books. I buy them at a lot quicker rate than I read them. The reason we buy them is because we love them and we want to read them. So what we decided to do was, instead of just having, like, I know there's sometimes a tag, isn't there, where there's like a read your own damn books or a TBR takedown, we're going to do the 2017 Shelf Slam. So the Shelf Slam is where we had a chat around July-August time, and we decided that each month we would have a particular topic that would help us focus on reading a chunk of our TBR, and that particular topic we would pick 12 books for. We finalised the 12 topics that we were going to do and got my children to make each one of them in a little wrapper, and this is the tin that they're in. So alternately each month Eleanor and I are going to pick a topic out. What we plan to do is pick 12 books for each month around the topic that comes out of the tin. And also we thought, well, we do enjoy buying books, and although, you know, we're not going to be spending as much money, it would still be nice to have something. So what we've done is we've both made a wish list and sent that to each other. So each month we're going to buy each other a little surprise of our wish list to send to each other. So you've got something lovely to look forward to, you've got a book that you really want to read, and it's like a nice little surprise gift from your friends. So that's the rules of the Shelf Slam, nothing more major than that. So I have picked out the first topic, and to be honest, because we made them over the summer, I can't actually remember what all 12 are, so it's great. It's going to be a surprise every month. And the one that I've picked out is, I don't know if you can see, is Hyped Books. And this is books on your shelves that you feel you ought to have read but you haven't. So I'm going to show you my TBR, and this will be for January 2017. Now I'm going to pick 12 books every month. Now Elena will probably smash that because she reads at an alarming rate. Some months I may get 12, I may get more, but I'm going to set myself 12. If I don't get them all, that's fine, but I'm going to pick 12 out each month. So the first one I've got is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Had this book for ages, never read it, and not entirely sure what it's about, so I'll just have a little look at what it says on the back. And it says, I walk around the school hallways and look at the people. I look at the teachers and wonder why they're here. Not in a mean way, in a curious way. It's like looking at all the students and wondering who's had their heart broken that day, or wondering who did the heartbreaking and wondering why. Charlie is a freshman, and while he's not the biggest geek in the school, he is by no means popular. Shy, introspective, intelligent, beyond his years, yet socially awkward. He is a wallflower caught between trying to live his life and trying to run from it. Charlie is attempting to navigate his way through uncharted territory, the world of first dates and mixtapes, family dramas and new friends, the world of sex, drugs and the Rocky Horror Picture Show. When all one requires is that perfect song on that perfect drive to feel infinite. But Charlie can't stay on the sideline forever. Standing up on the fringes of life offers a unique perspective, but there comes a time to see what it looks like from the dance floor. So that's that, and now I know what it's about. The next one I've got is The Vegetarian by Han Kang, and I've seen a lot of people reading this on BookTube. A lot of people seem to really love this book, so that's the next one I've got on my hype books that I've not yet read. And I do believe this is set in South Korea, where culturally they just eat a lot of meat, and it's quite unusual for someone to choose to be a vegetarian, and I know more than that, but there you go. The next one is a classic, and that's The Lord of the Flies by William Golding, and I think a lot of people read this in school, but I never did, and it is absolutely beautiful, the cover. And now I've had this for so long and I'm not going to read the back. I've got a rough idea it's about children being stranded on an island, and I know no more than that. And I know that it's such a big classic that's been around for such a long time that lots of people know all about this already, but I don't want any spoilers. I'm enjoying the prospect of going into such a well-known book completely blind and discovering why it's such a well-known book and regarded as a classic for myself. The next book I've got is The Dumb House by John Burnside, and this was massive on BookTube in 2015, and I bought it because everybody was seeming to love it, but I've still not read it yet. It's got quite a grisly cover on it, and this says, as a child, Luke's mother often tells him the story of the Dumb House, an experiment on newborn babies raised in silence, designed to test the innateness of language. As Luke grows up, his interest in language and the delicate balance of life and death leads to amateur dissections of small animals, tiny hearts revealed still pumping as life trickles away. But as an adult, following the death of his mother, Luke's obsession deepens, resulting in a haunting and bizarre experiment on Luke's own children. So it sounds a little bit like Wasp Factory-esque. So there's that one. The next one I've got is, I actually had it on a TBR earlier on in the year and never got around to it, and that is We've Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. Again, this is a book that I know a lot of booktubers really enjoy reading, and again, I believe it's a bit of a spooky tale, and it's one of those again that I don't want to read the back of. I just want to dive in and see what that's all about. The next one, I think maybe a lot of people might gasp, but I've still not read this yet, because I know that it's a favourite for a lot of booktubers, and that's I Capture the Castle by Dodie Smith. All I know of Dodie Smith is that she's the same woman who wrote 101 Dalmatians, and again, it's one of those great classics that lots of people love, and I'm not going to read the back of that either because I want to go in blind and discover for myself, because I know absolutely nothing about this book. I haven't got a clue what it's about. Notice there's quite a few classics on this pile that I just have never read. The next one is Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess, and again, I know nothing about this. Not going to read the back of it. I'm going to find out for myself, but I know this is a massively famous book, but know nothing about it. In the same vein, another classic that I've never read, and that is Slaughter for House 5 by Kurt Vonnegut. And I know nothing about this one either. I've only bought this recently actually, because it's one of them books that you see and you think I ought to have read and I haven't. And so, again, going to go in blind and read that one. The next one is yet another classic, and that is 1984 by George Orwell. Now, I know a little bit about this one because I don't believe you can live in popular modern culture without knowing some of the references to this book and some of the things that have become part of everyday culture and phraseology, like, you know, Big Brother and Room 101 and those sorts of things. But other than that, I don't know too much about it. I know that it's a dystopian, it's political commentary, it's probably about the nanny state going too far. No more than that, but obviously I've never read any George Orwell, and I really should, and I think, oh, actually I have. I've done The Animal Farm on audiobook, so I really should read 1984. The next one I've got is Hotel de Lac by Anita Bruckner. I think this won the Booker Prize. Yeah, it says on the front cover, winner of the Booker Prize. So obviously, I don't think this is a hyped as some of the titles I've got on my pile, but obviously a winner of the Booker Prize. It's obviously regarded as a must-read book and a good work. So I'm quite keen to read that one as well. On a more modern theme, I've got A Place Called Winter by Patrick Gale. And again, I've seen this doing the rounds on BookTube. People seem to absolutely love it. I do believe it is a wartime story. I'll just read the back. And it says, Harry Kane has followed the tradition at every step until an illicit affair forces him to abandon the golden suburbs of Edwardian England. Oh, right, that's not the war then. And travel to the town of Winter in the newly colonised Canadian prairies. There, isolated in a beautiful but harsh landscape, Harry embarks on an extraordinary journey, not only of physical hardship but of also of acute self-discovery. So that's not at all what I thought it was, so that sounds really good. So there you go. See, I buy these books, they're hyped up and I don't necessarily know what they're about. And the final one I've got, again, is another well-known book, and that is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, and that is just a fantastic cover. Again, I think this is actually set in the Second World War. I think, is it something to do about burning books, which absolutely appalls me. So again, I'm not going to read too much about that one because I know that this is an incredibly famous book. So I'm looking forward to diving into that one blind and reading that. So that is my January 2017 Shelf Slam TBR, hyped books that you've not yet read that you had on your shelves. And this is madness. I had all these books sitting on my shelves and they are all previously vetted by readers who've gone before me who say these are great reads, these are fantastic books to read, and I've just not got around to them yet. So I think doing this project with Elena will actually get me to read all those fantastic books that are just lurking behind me, that are getting overlooked because you get them on the shelf and then you buy something new and then you're moving on and you feel like you ought to read the newest thing. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to actually finally having read these titles for January. I think it's a great one, although we picked it completely at random to start the Shelf Slam with, you know, to read those books that maybe you bought because you heard there were great things about them and just never got around to them. So let me know what you think of this project. Let me know if you feel like it's a good idea and you want to join in too, and you've got, you know, you've also think it's a good idea to actually spend 2017 reading those books that you've bought because you really wanted to and you really wanted to read them. If you've read any of the books I've got on my TBR, let me know what you think. And so keep reading and I'll see you all soon. Bye!